All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? Let me just say this. I don't want to be a reporter on this one. I just want to be a fan. And the fan in me wants to critique Eminem's Killshot diss record in response to MGK. So let's break down this timeline. M just did the interview series with Sway. By the way, I don't want to watch Eminem and Sway do any more interviews. I've watched 2 parts of it. I'm cool. I don't want to watch them do any more interviews. I'm tired of guys like Eminem scared to go to unbiased to them radio stations, unbiased to them vlog sites. They go do radio stations with people that they have rapport with because they're scared to get asked tough questions. Eminem and Sway got a great relationship. We obviously understand Sway works at Shade 45, M Station. He wouldn't have dared ask Eminem anything out of pocket. As a matter of fact, I can't even call that an interview. That was just 2 grown men having a conversation in which one man overtalked the other grown man. Now, in the interview with Sway, M said he was thinking about responding to MGK. He was like, I don't know, just depending on how I feel. I don't want to give MGK too much clout. And what he means by that is, I don't want to make Eminem said, I don't want to make MGK too relevant, right? I don't want to give him this spotlight because, let's be honest, MGK's career has not been great in a great musical space the last few years. And, MGK does decent on the road, but this is the most attention MGK's name has gotten musically since Wild Boy. Let's just call it what it is, right? Salute to the Cleveland, Ohio vet in the game, but he ain't had this type of attention around his name since Wild Boy. Now, in regards to M, he said, I'm thinking about responding. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I was told that Mac Miller's death also was a part of white rappers having the biggest 2-3 week stretch ever. And I was told that M even thought about pushing back because of Mac Miller. He ended up responding with Killshot. We got that earlier today. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I thought Killshot was whack, and I'm sorry I gotta be the hip hop fan. And I don't like MGK. I'm not a big Eminem fan either. But let me just be honest with you. I thought Killshot was whack. I thought it overall was a whack record. I thought MGK's Rap Devil was much better. It just flowed better. It sounded better. It was more appeasing to my ear. I like that Rap Devil joint. MGK he flowed better. It felt like he had that bad boy cooped up for some years. And I'm not saying he didn't have it cooped up for some years. Most of it. It could have very well been in a chamber. But it just sounded well produced. Everything. M's Killshot record, I thought it was whack. I thought it was below average. And I don't think it's because Eminem wasn't in his pocket with his flow. I thought M's flow was M, right? But this just feels forced. This just feels so out of character for M. It doesn't feel like he needs to be a part of this. I don't look to M to ever be this guy in hip hop, to be the guy that's going back and forth. But I get it. You got to protect your legacy. Nobody's ever tried M like this, or we haven't seen anybody try M in quite some time, and him giving the time of the day back. So I know M's pretty much he didn't have to defend himself in battles. His name and his stature and the respect artists have for him just defending his name for quite some time. So now he's looking up there's people who actually want to battle me. I got to actually show them I can do this thing, right? I actually got to get in the ring and spar. I'm the undefeated boxer that nobody wanted to fight. Now somebody actually wants to get in the ring with me. I ain't like the record, bruh. I thought it was whack. So usually I put on the screen bars and we go up and down bars of hard parts and diss records and stuff like that and hard records. It really wasn't much from what I seen for me to put up on the screen. Here's what everybody's talking about. This stanza right here on your screen. So M's gonna challenge Joe Budden to a battle once again, and he's gonna imply that Diddy had Tupac killed over 20 years ago. He said, who else wanted kills? Attempt fails, Budden L's, fucking nails in these coffins as soft as cotton nail. Killshot, I will not fail, I'm with the doc still. But this idiot's boss pops pills and tells him he's got skills, but kills. The day you put out a hit, that's the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac killed. All right, okay, that's hard. That's hard. Lyrically, that's hard. I don't know if he should have did that. People are really sensitive, especially in the hip hop community, about saying Diddy had Tupac killed. And I'm looking at some of the reaction from that. It's not going over well from Eminem's standpoint. I'm gonna leave that alone right there. We're gonna do a whole nother video on that about Jay Electronica coming out and calling M's out for a battle. Now, in regards to him challenging Joe Budden, I get the little attempt fails, everyday struggle line there. Okay, I wouldn't do that if I'm Eminem. I listened to what Joe Budden did to Drake. A lot of people weren't checking for that battle. This was before Joe Budden podcast was hot through the roof. I watched the Joe Budden podcast back then. It was him, Rory, and this is before they even brought Maul in, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, I listened to that battle back then, or Joe giving Drake like 5 records. Joe went off on Drake, and if you think Joe could go off on Drake and not have some of that smoke for Eminem if he decided to come out of retirement, you're asleep. Joe would go off. If you couldn't get past Machine Gun Kelly, look, I know Joe's the retired podcaster now, and he's out of shape and all that. Let me tell you something, I don't think you want that smoke with Joe Budden. Don't be fooled by the muscle shirt wearing, sound making, hissing, whatever you want to call it, Joe Budden, just because you see him in podcast form. In a battle, I think he might get at you pretty tough, I don't think that's the battle that you want to be a part of. You might want to leave that alone, because I don't think like going and battling Joe, I think is like going up a scale in a tournament. You didn't win with Machine Gun Kelly. I told y'all before, I thought it would be tough for Eminem to win this battle against Machine Gun Kelly, and I think I'm right. Because if I had to pick a round 1 winner, if I'm going to count Rap Devil and I'm going to count Killshot from Eminem today, I'm going to say Rap Devil won. I'm going to say Machine Gun Kelly won round 1. Ding, ding, ding. I'm going to give him round 1. And I'm going to be honest with you. This record was so mediocre to me. Man, this is going to sound ludicrous. I don't even think Machine Gun Kelly got to respond unless he's trying to clout chase a little bit more and get some more attention and kind of ride this wave out. If I'm Machine Gun Kelly, the only way I respond to this now is if I got a hit record. Like, I'm not just going to diss Eminem just to be doing it. I think you already got the dub. You don't need to go back and forth with him. But if you want a hit record out of this, I would shoot for one of them. I would get with a really good producer right now, try to make a hit and diss M in it and not say Eminem's name so it can get played on the radio. I would go that approach right now. This is that time. Seize that moment right now. Make your back-to-back, right? But in regards to just responding to M just because you think you got to prove yourself, nah, I think you won the battle. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. What y'all think about Rap Devil and what y'all think about M's record today, Killshot? I didn't think it was all that. Now, I will admit, maybe there's some references I just don't understand. Eminem's 45, I'm 24. All right, that is so fair in this conversation. Maybe there's some rap references I just don't get. But I'm looking at M talk about oatmeal and Wheaties and Cheerios and all that. And I read online one of those stories from a fan. Joe Vargas was saying something along the lines of, this is deeper than that. M's talking about a stand of a stand of a stand. Look, if it's that deep, I don't get it. And I'm a rap fan, but I just didn't get it. I'm a fan of music. I heard what I heard. And M's diss record sounded mediocre to me. Sorry. Mr. Taliaferro TV, y'all tell me what y'all thought about both of the records in the comment box below. Who won to you guys? Yo, if I'm not as savvy a rap fan as to understand the starter cap stand references, I'm sorry. But it just didn't, M's bragging about what he got in regards to MGK. And I'm fine with that. He should be bragging over what he has in regards to a battle with MGK who was nowhere near as successful as him. I'm fine with that. M's $300-400 million up, at least. And let's be honest, MGK, I mean, he only had one really, really, really great record. He's not even in the ballpark as M. M should be bragging about his shit. But if I'm going to brag about how great I am and how great my career has been in comparison to you, I'm going to do it better than what M did. I just thought he could have been a little more braggadocious, made it a little more exciting for the fans. It was a boring record. That's what I thought about it. Thank y'all for the time. Let's put it. Don't take it for granted. Salute. Man. What up, Ferros? I decided to step my game up again. I've created a music reaction Instagram page. That way, you guys can be up to date on some of the latest new music in the atmosphere. And you guys can also send me some of your music as well. And you will get Mr. Taliaferro's first reaction to your record for good or for bad. Or an artist that we talk about on my platforms, music for good or for bad. Again, follow me on Instagram, Mr. Taliaferro TV. Again, that's Mr. Taliaferro TV. And you get more of yours truly.